Dude, this righteous fear, man, it's different, man. It's provocative, man. I mean, I don't even know what that means. It gets the people going.
I think it's black men. I'm gonna say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I'm probably sure it's more, but at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you. That's your real climate, brother. See, I'm not telling you something that you ain't already felt. I'm telling you something that you know. I think it's more too. I truly think it's more too. I think it's more too. And I'm tired of being the one that's not talking about it. I've said this. This is one of the main reasons I don't have a lot of black female friends. I really don't, y'all. I don't. I couldn't imagine what it would be like as a black man. It's an abundance of you that think that all men are dogs, but we all know it means black men. Undertone of all relationship conversations is black men ain't shit. Why these black men ain't doing this? I can't bond with y'all, sis. I cannot bond with y'all when you have a general dislike and vitriol and hatred for our male counterpart. Do you not understand how goddamn psychotic that is?
They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. What's going on? Salute, salute, and welcome to class, guys. Welcome to class. You're now tuned in to the Righteous Fear, guys. We don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, all of your emotions, guys. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we not going to complicate that. Salute. What's up, y'all? It's Friday. Fun Friday. Y'all see the title, guys. This is why real men will sacrifice their children for their peace, guys. Understand who your God is. Understand who your God is, yo. We have a jealous God, guys. We have a jealous God. That means we got to put him first. Not our kids, not our mothers. We got to put him first, guys. So although we have mothers, your mother, your baby mother running around here, you know what I mean? They got that title and they run around here and they think they God. They think they the end all, be alls without having any information, useful information, that is. They might have some good moral information like how to be a nice person, how to be respectable, how to get taken advantage of in a world where people is savage. You know what I mean? Information like that not really gonna do you any good. Well, today we're gonna get down to the bottom of it, guys, right? You gotta be able to sacrifice your children for your peace, guys, because anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. All right. Anything that costs you your peace of mind is too expensive, guys. Repeat after me. If it costs me my peace, it's too expensive. All right, guys? And they use these children. God said, guys, we're going to do some reading today, too. So we ain't do no reading in a long time over here, B. Just get carried away and forget that reading is fundamental. So we're going to definitely do some reading today, guys, because there's a scripture where God said these children are not to be used as arrows and that the fathers shouldn't be shamed when in front of the gate, guys, right? So let's get it started. Let's get this party started. Who we got in the house, man? We got my guy, Ricardo. What's going on? He says, Budalian is good, Brad. I often wonder if the 80% of them haters have the same hatred for their father. And we're going to talk about that today because that is a key piece and the key reason why I need my fathers to understand anything that disrespect you, you must cut off completely. You must sever ties with it. That is part of the sacrifice. That's part of the sacrifice, guys. You know what I mean? You have to cut it off. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Money buys peace, and peace buys happiness. All right? We're going to slow walk it today. Now, I mean, toxic rank scandals, what's going on, my guys? Salute to you. Man, I can't wait to party, man. I can't wait to party it up. Boy over there doing it big over there, man. All right, guys. So what y'all want to do, man? Y'all pick, man. Y'all want to do reading first, or y'all want to do some fun stuff? What y'all want to do? Because we're going to do some reading. Y'all know what I mean by reading. You know what? Let's do the reading. Let's get into the reading. So all those who don't want to be here, they can leave now. They ain't got to waste our time. You know what I mean? Nah, Shmeen, let's do some reading, guys. Because it's all related to our topic today. And I need you guys to understand why you must sacrifice. You must sacrifice for your happiness. You must sacrifice for your peace. Peace come first. Peace come before the happiness. Remember? Because you use the money to buy the peace. And when you at peace is when you're going to be happy. When you're going to be happy. You know what I mean? This is why some people that ain't got millions of dollars, right? They are the most happiest. Because they're at peace. It ties in, guys. That's how it is. You chase pleasures for happiness, you only gonna get temporary happiness. You know what I mean? Same way, you chase happiness and you only gonna get temporary pleasure. Know what I'm talking about, ladies? Know what I'm talking about? Especially my ladies that be wondering why they stay pregnant. Because you chasing happiness, ladies. And cause
how I got pregnant again. You be with them. As soon as you meet a nigga that you think got some money, you will give him raw. Love raw. They do not like committing to nowadays early on. They don't like the responsibility of babies with that they have no plans on marrying. Don't like having children when they don't have themselves together financially. So girl, nothing is happening to you that you're not doing to yourself. Stop sitting up here saying you don't understand how life got this hard. It got this way in raw too much. Love raw, but they don't like babies like that. It needs to click. It's not the Lord. And your mama gonna sit there a lot of ass again. I'ma help, I'ma this, I'ma that. And as soon as you try to drop them kids off to go out and be a thought again or a city girl or be outside or hell, you might be trying to straighten up and go to school now. She ain't finna be with all the time.
And y'all fall for it all of the time. This is why y'all allow men to be responsible for your coochie, for something that is on your body. The coochie is on y'all body, but yet and still, y'all talk about, he left it in though. Man, yo, y'all some nasty bitches. Y'all is you nasty bitch. Go to my comment section. Y'all called a couple of them out today, guys, because they just sound nasty. Just say that. Just say you like raw, hard, herpy D, because y'all like the pookies. Just say it. You know what I mean, guys? Let's do some reading, though. Let's get to some reading, guys. I mean, I'm just reading, guys. Remember, I don't even like using the word because niggas get triggered. So we just gonna read some stuff. All right? Gonna read some articles. All right, we're gonna start with the first article at Exodus 25. All right. You shall not bow down to them. Guess who he talking about? When he say, you shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord, your God, am a jealous God. Did you hear that, guys? Remember when I started the live off and I told you how the devil and his helpers, they walk around here with this pride like if they God. They walk around here like if they God. They talk to the kids as if I brought you into this world and I could take you out. They say shit like that, y'all. That's some God type shit right there. Like last time I checked, God brought me here And last time I checked, God is going to say when it's time for me to go. But the parents, for some reason, let me stop lying. The mothers, for some reason, be telling the kids that, you know what I mean? Because this is my child. I brought you into this world. And, oh, matter of fact, guys, look at this shit, right? 'Cause this what got everybody in the tizzle right here. They take this approach right here, guys. You disrespect the mother, you lose access to the kid. Now, what? That's God. That's some God type shit right there, right? I just read to y'all that we have a jealous God, right? So is this why the kids don't worship God because they thinking they mama God? Is this why as soon as you say something about their mama, they get triggered and everybody get all in their bag? And if there is a mama, they oh boy, they losing their mind, they losing their top. But this would be the same chick right here, right? You disrespect the mother, you lose access to the kid, right? That'd be the same mother on these internets talking about the fathers ran off, talking about the fathers left the crib, like we still under, like we dumb, like we don't, like we gonna believe our grandparents decked out grandma crib just to leave, knowing how hard it is to get some coochie as a man, because y'all love saying as a man, well, as a man, ma'am, it is very hard to get some coochie. And I'm a cute, handsome man. When I was single, it was hard. That's why I got one. And I do what I gotta take. I do what it takes to hold on to one. I don't need two, I don't need three. I just got one. I just give me one. So we not gonna play dumb, ladies. Unlike y'all go outside, y'all break up with a nigga, y'all go outside, 2 hours, not even 20 minutes later, got a new My Pony to ride. Got a whole new My Pony to ride. Remember that Genuine song? Ride my pony, cause you know it's the best. Y'all crazy, man. But look, I also want y'all to look at how at the bottom of this, right? Now, this the same person, right? This the same person, but this the mentality of our community, guys. The mentality of our community. Same person posts two different posts in the same topic field, and look how many likes the bottom post got. Look how many likes and shares the bottom post got. Right? We in the black community and we all want solutions because I'm tired and it's the only community that pull each other down and everybody talk with so much aspiration and they want everything to just fix itself and nobody don't want to do no work though. Don't nobody want to tell the truth or address issues or fix their mental health problems, but we all want some magical God to come and fix some shit, right? And when we post inspiration, right? This is what we get. When we post some inspirational truth, because the truth is love, right? The truth is love. So many kids grow up thinking they had a deadbeat dad. Whole time, all they had was a very bitter mother. That shit only got 23 likes, 2 comments, and 24 shares. And we in a community that know it's the shits. We in a community that will dad be like, we ain't the only ones that do this. Not saying that what we're doing is wrong. They just want to snitch and start snitching on other races of people. This black women is not the only ones that. Man, if you don't get the fuck away from me with that, man, and stop snitching and fix your shit. Simple. Be fighting with you to stay stupid. These people will fight with you to remain an asshole, yo. That's crazy. Black women will fight with you to remain dumb. Yo, that's disgusting, yo. I don't get it. But in any event, these will be the same women running around here talking about the dad ran off or where the fathers, or you never address the dads. You never address the dads. You never address the men though. But what about the men though? You saw that shit, guys? Hold on, I prematurely moved it. Hold on. Look at that shit, guys. 1.2K for the toxic shit. You disrespect the mother, you lose access to the kid. Simple. And then they be thinking they eating at the end with this period, simple, or this, they be really thinking they eating, they really be thinking they said something, yeah? But look at this shit. 13.1K shares. 4K. Because that's all they do. They can't think for themselves, right? They don't think for themselves. So they look on social media, they see what's trending, and they share it. They share it. Some of them steal it, though. I'm surprised she got that many shares because some of them just copy it and then re-upload it as if they had that swag or if they had that train of thought, that spunk, that wit. And they not that creative. They not. This why I can't even listen to no female comedian, bro. A female comedian is not funny. You know what I mean? It's not funny. Y'all gave some good comments. Y'all gave some good comments, y'all. I saw one dude, he said, and I feel him, and I stand on that. 2024, going forward. If she disrespect you, she should lose access to child support. If the woman disrespect the father, she should lose access to child support. Just the same way if the father disrespect the mother, and you see how they take this, they want to share responsibility of making this child, right? Because the shared responsibility and we laid down together and had raw sex, right? And I knew what would happen from raw sex, but they want to share that responsibility. But right here, give this man his child. Give this man access to his child. Nah, this is my child. This is my child. You see how that work? You see how that work, guys? Oh, now all of a sudden it's her child. Now all of a sudden she the end all be all. She God. But she want to be a victim though, when she expected you to be God when she opened her legs. You know what I mean? When she opened her legs. Because we not dumb. We not fools. Us real ones, the semen that could sit you up pretty in the house, we not fools. We will never give you our raw D, man. So don't even try to flip it as if we're fighting for the right to sex you. We don't want you, man. Ever. You will never, ever get quality raw D, man. We talking about you and how you allow the herpes D and the herpes penis to go up in your raw and make babies, and then we got to hear you in your mouth talk about black men on social media. That's what we talking about, man. Incredible. Let's move it right along.
The thing about good men is that they're very difficult to get over on. So like I call myself the succubus, right? Because I can actually feed off you guys. We can all do it, by the way. Just I know how. Anybody can do it. And the hardest people who often end up the best ones to feed off of energetic wise are the good, strong men. They also have the best quality semen. They're good, strong. It's something in the spirit and everything. Them super, they don't have to be Christian, but them super like spiritual men, them and the good ones. And it's like, cool. But it's like they got this sixth fucking sense about them that they can sense what I'm about to do. And I'm like, fuck. So, back in the day when I was just doing evil shit, there were some wonderful ones that I did hurt. And it wasn't that I didn't like them, but there was also kind of a, man, fuck you for being so good. Like, why are you so good? Let me break you so you end up like me. But then also it was like an annoyance, kind of like, God damn it, why won't you just do what I want you to do? Because they were too smart to do what I wanted them to do.
Nah, not that we was too smart, because we knew better. We knew who our God is. And you could trick your kids, you know what I mean? You make it trick them simps in your inbox. But the dudes in your search engine, we ain't going, man. We know who we supposed to be following. Is God, man, woman, then child. You know what I mean? So we will sacrifice everything after us. We will sacrifice everything. As a man, you are supposed to be ready and willing to sacrifice everything after us for the person in front of us. God, man, woman, child, guys. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 49:15. Can a woman forget her nursing child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Guys, I don't make this up. We just reading today. We doing some reading today, guys. We just doing reading today. Reading is knowledge is key. Knowledge is power, guys. We just doing reading today. I ain't make this up. I ain't write this out, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Can a woman forget her nursing child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Even these may forget, yet I will not forget you, guys. That's the message right there. The impart, the message. We can hang our hat and drizzle the women with the first part of that. But as long as we don't miss the message on the back end of that, even these may forget, yet I will not forget. This is why you must sacrifice anything after you for the person in front of you. Guys, it's quite simple. It's real simple, real simple. Don't complicate the common sense. Psalms 27:10. For my father and mother have forsaken me. And remember, this book that I'm reading from was written for his people, right? So it's definitely talking about the black community, especially because the black community loves saying that they're his people, right? So since we're his people, then this is our instruction manual. This is our basic instruction before leaving Earth. All right. And don't be mad if only his people believe in this and get blessings, all right? Because this is for everybody. For my father and my mother have forsaken me. You know what I mean? But the Lord will take me in. Now, I'm going to put this back up here because we're learning today. Because at the end of the day, when they do funny style shit like this, who they hurt, y'all? Who they hurt, y'all? They hurt us. And then they stick their hands in their pocket, right? And say, you can't keep blaming the mothers. That's why what I tell you all of the time, guys, it's our job to get to the new information, guys. Guess what the new information is? This. This is the new information, guys. This is the new but old information, right? Because this information been sitting around all the time, forever, ever. But nobody stopped to look at it. Remember they got a little expression, put it in the book. Put it in the book. If you want, I forgot the shit, but put it in the book. And you know what book they was talking about? You know what book they was talking about? You know what book they was talking about. Don't complicate common sense. For my father and mother have forsaken me, but the Lord will take me in. That's a fact, guys. I'm no different from y'all, bro. I know. I seen it. Seen it. All right, guys. So let's get to some content. Let's get to some content. I got a story to tell, right? I got a story to tell. We still gonna do some reading. But I'm gonna just make it audio for y'all because I know y'all don't like to read. Y'all don't like to read, so I'll make it audio book style, guys. Guys, reason why I made the title, because when you read your basic instructions, this story that we're about to go over is one of the most important stories when it comes to teaching you how not to be a dummy for these kids. Because when a woman start using these kids as an arrow, you got to sacrifice them. You got to sacrifice them. Because if you allow them to take you out, then the legacy and or how they say your lineage and your legacy, you don't want to do a legacy because that's how they tricked you into leaving it in any old way. You know what I mean? But fuck all that. If it costs you your piece, it's too expensive, guys. And it's the proof right here. So you can listen to what the world tell you, but I tell y'all all of the time, stop staying Adam. Don't remain Adam, right? What I say, become Abraham. So let's get to the story of Abraham and his son and how Abraham was going to sacrifice that motherfucker for God. Yes, he was. And this is why I tell you, you will have to sacrifice your children for your peace, guys. And it's okay. Fuck that deadbeat shit. Fuck deadbeat. You're guys. Being an emasculated husband doesn't protect you from divorce, bro. You do know that, right? In fact, that puts you more at risk to getting divorced.
Sometime after the birth of Isaac, and well into the later years of Abraham's life, our hero would find himself faced with what some might say was his biggest test. After having endured such tremendous hardships, after having shown such patience,
Once you go from Adam to Abraham, you're going to be faced with a lot of tests. But guess what? You're going to be prepared for them tests because the work that you did to go from Adam to Abraham is that covenant that you make with God. Follow me. Don't let me lose you. I see we got a lot of drop-offs. I guess I'm not talking about what y'all want me to talk about today. We can't talk about the modern woman and the black dummy every single day, guys. At some point, right, we got to get the offense going. We got to get the offense going. So I got to clip you up. This is why you got to sacrifice, guys.
in his wait to father a son with the woman he loved, God demands a heavy toll, and one that won't make sense immediately. The Bible tells us, sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, "Abraham." "Here I am," he replied. Then God said, "Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will tell you." No, you didn't mishear me. God tells Abraham, who, after having promised him all those years that he would give him a son by his wife Sarah, that he should now go and sacrifice that same son in the region of Moriah. To be honest, it wouldn't be totally out of order for Abraham to look up at the sky and simply reply, no. But what the Bible is trying to do here is show us yet another layer of God's integrity, in that he wouldn't ask anyone of anything that would harm them in the long run, and that in actuality, he never goes back on his word. This test, as you might call it, was less of a means to produce faith in Abraham, but more so to reveal it, to see just how much Abraham was willing to sacrifice. You might say that God is testing Abraham to see how far he is willing to go for him, and whether or not his love for him is so unmitigated that he would even sacrifice his own son. It can be said that Abraham, in his old age, had come to understand God in ways that no one of his generation, or arguably any generation, could ever fathom. And so when God
And of course, the triggered, dumbfounded sisters, baby mothers, single mothers, of course, they would definitely try to deter you from this knowledge right here because this ain't going to make sense to them. It makes perfect sense. It makes clear sense because they're working with the devil.
asked him to sacrifice his son, he knew God had a reason for it. You might notice that Abraham, who had previously doubted God, has now come to trust him unconditionally, and that he is a man who has been built up piece by God into the ultimate man of faith.
Yo, that's why they used to call me Abraham, guys. When you go over this whole Abraham story and then you think about the shit Mr. Goodbread be saying, the position Mr. Goodbread hold, this is why I want y'all to become Abraham. I don't want y'all to stay Adam, bro. Come on, man. Get to being Abraham, bro. It's up. It's up. Make that covenant with God, bro. Make that covenant with God. Stop putting women on your pedestal, bro, and put God on your pedestal, bro. That's it. That's all I do. And I got a woman. And Miss Goodbread don't want to be up there. She know if I put Miss Goodbread on that pedestal, everything we have, everything underneath the cover is gone. We losing it. It's over. It's a disaster. So she know God gonna be up there. God, me, her, then Shamari, Nera, Ayana. Simple.
It is with this sacrifice of his own son that would reveal Abraham to be either that very man or a man who still lacked faith. Another little tidbit of information that many consider in this passage is how God refers to Isaac as Abraham's only son, not only forcibly distancing him from his oldest son Ishmael, who was born illegitimately, but furthermore exemplifying the magnitude of the task in sacrificing his.
Yo, guys, even with that story, right? Sarah wicked too, and this goes, remember I tell you, ain't no such thing as a perfect relationship. No, man, listen, stop playing with me, bro. I hope y'all know. Pick the chick that you could tolerate, you know what I mean? With the least damage. Because they all gonna have some level of damage, bro. They all gonna have some level of damage, bro. Cause look, even Sarah, she was blessed under the cover of Abraham, and even she forced God's hand. She told Abraham to smash her servant, so that the servant could then give her baby, and she could have a baby because she couldn't wait for God. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be a leader at all times because these women they're going to test. They are part of that test. They are part of that test, bro. Wicked.
Own son, the only son he has left, considering that Ishmael had already been exiled by this point. Yet one more sadistic bit of information that is often overlooked is that God requests a burnt offering. This was not an offering that was burned alive, but instead an offering that had its life taken first, and then completely burned before God. Indeed, in order to pass this test, Abraham would literally have to kill his son, and then burn him before God. Now, by this point, Abraham must have had his doubts about this, considering that human sacrifice was not something that God had ever asked of before. In fact, this was likely more of a pagan ritual conducted by, perhaps, the Canaanites to their gods, something that Abraham's God did not approve of. With this, it's likely that Abraham would have been disappointed in God for virtually being the same as that which he detested, and it would not be wrong of Abraham to think of his God as a hypocrite. This thought, though, would have been totally understandable, considering that God had already promised that Isaac would be the seed who would carry on Abraham's genealogy. And so, with Abraham being told to kill him, it's almost like he was being asked to kill the promise that God had made to him. It would therefore be natural.
But even if that was the case, Abraham, you couldn't be mad. If that was the case, you couldn't have been mad because you know how that other child was conceived, sir. You know exactly how that other child was conceived. And you could have dubbed Sarah. You could have been like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going to wait for God.
For Abraham to be stricken, for the last thing he would ever want to do was murder his own son. And yet, he would never want to displease his God by denying him of a request either. But at least on the surface, Abraham maintains his composure, and is not seen to give voice to any of these thoughts or emotions. We do not see him try to protest God's commands, nor do we see him try to dissuade God in any manner, but simply proceeds to do as he's told. The Bible immediately continues the narrative, telling us, "Early the next morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. When he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, he set out for the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. He said to his servants, 'Stay here with the donkey, while I and the boy go over there. We will worship, and then we will come back to you.' We understand here that Abraham rose early the next morning to set about this deed, possibly implying that he wasn't able to sleep, knowing what he had to do, and didn't want to delay it any more than he needed to. It's interesting to note that despite not knowing exactly what was going on, Abraham was obedient, which provides a lesson to believers that not all of what God does makes sense. But should one choose to trust in him regardless, and in spite of seemingly contradictory evidence, he will not lead them astray. This unquestioning resolve of Abraham might be down to how much God had invested in him, and provides another look at how piece by piece God had built Abraham into the most devoted man of his generation. We also see here that the journey took 3 whole days, furthermore intensifying the difficulty of the test, for Abraham had 72 hours to fret over murdering his own son, and likely had many temptations to turn back home and deny God of what he wanted. But Abraham is determined in his faith, and he tells the servants with him to wait, for he and Isaac will go to the spot where God had indicated for the sacrifice to take place, and then they would return. Interestingly, you'll notice that Abraham tells them that they both will return, which some have interpreted as a lie which Abraham tells the servants, for if he had told them the truth of what he had intended to do, they would naturally try and stop him. Either this, or they would try to talk him out of it with reason and logic, which in effect may have won against Abraham's turbulent mind and seen him choose his own path instead of the path of God's. Another idea proposes that Abraham tells the servants they both will be returning because he knew God would not really have gone back on his promise, and would not take his son away from him after everything that had been established in the covenant. It's possible that Abraham had become aware that this was a test, and maintained full faith in God, where he understood that even if he did kill Isaac, God would bring him back to life. It should also be noted, yet again, that the level of faith Abraham has in his God is pretty substantial, because no one had actually been brought back to life.
Oh man, Adam, man, you better change that name, Adam. You better change that name to Abraham, because you already know what time it is, man. Once you make that covenant with God, you lit. Once you make that covenant with God, ain't no weapon formed against you gonna prosper. I'm talking about the real Most High, your energy. When you make that connection with that, and you start living right, not hating, get rid of that wrath in you, that negative energy, you start smiling more, and you start loving, man, you know what I mean? Man, he got you. Nothing, bro. We on water over here in the righteous fear. We walk on water over here in the righteous fear. Y'all see me? Come on, guys. It's really real. I'm man, and I'm proud to say that I believe in the real God, y'all. My God, y'all stick around because one of my guys says something that's important. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Just hold on, guys. We got about 3 more minutes of this, and we gonna pop it off. Cause I just got some content that was crazy wicked. Body cam, because you know we gotta have the truth with proof. We the truth with proof over here. So body cam don't lie.
At this point in the Bible, we then see the grim preparations of the sacrifice. As the Bible tells us, Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife, and the two of them went on together. Isaac spoke up and said to his father, Abraham, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "The fire and the wood are here," Isaac said, "but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham answered, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." And the two of them went on together. When they reached the place that God had designated, Abraham proceeds to build an altar there and arranges the wood for the burning. We are told he binds Isaac and places him on the altar, on top of the wood, and despite how perilous this seems for Isaac, Isaac does not resist, which I suppose some might say was a sign that he too was subconsciously aware of God's intentions, but more likely the case that as a child he wasn't quite sure what was going on. He trusted his father and probably believed there was some method to his madness, so he does not protest his binding. The Bible tells us, "Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, 'Abraham, Abraham.' 'Do not lay a hand on the boy,' he said. 'Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son.'" So yeah, plot twist, it was just a prank, bro. As we can see though, Abraham did reach
And that's what it is, guys. Don't question God. Y'all know how weird it be. Yeah, it be some weird shit going on in your life. You know it. You be like, how the fuck I got out of that? What? You just gotta stop sometimes. Be like, you know it. Sometimes you know it. Say it. You know it, guys. Been times you got out of a situation that was more than just adrenaline, nigga. That was way more than just adrenaline, my G. God saved your ass, boy. Listen.
for the knife, and we can gather that even though he doesn't kill Isaac thanks to the angel's interruption, he was totally committed to doing it. While some might praise him for his level of dedication to God, in that he was willing to kill his own son, others would question Abraham's devotion as downright scary. You'll also
It ain't nothing scary about putting God first. Don't be like these worldly people. Don't be like these single mothers who attach themselves to these kids and ruin their whole life. They had these babies and then they use this victim shit and this single mother shit as a way to just ruin their life. And by blaming shit on the man. Don't do that, fellas. Understand, you put God first and get on your purpose. Put God first, get on your purpose, bro. And play that back.
totally committed to doing it. While some might praise him for his level of dedication to God, in that he was willing to kill his own son, others would question Abraham's devotion as downright scary. You'll also notice the grim silence.
That's a fact. Remember, guys, these women are out here using these children. Can you, Courtney, can you put that scripture in there for me about the children should not be used as arrows. The children should not be used as arrows. And that one, put that one in there for me so I could read that. Cause I don't think I brought that with me. Yeah, put that one in there. Cause that's what these women are doing right now. These mothers, these single mothers who knew the dude did not want to have the baby, did not want to have did not want to have the baby, but because society automatically holds the guys financially responsible for his irresponsibleness. You know what I mean? Now remember, the man get held accountable automatically. That is kind of what incentivized the woman to keep it. And now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? She don't believe in abortions, but she believe in fornication and raw D. You see what I mean, guys? So keep in mind, this is why. If you make that mistake, let it be one mistake. Don't be out here sacrificing all your kids now. You should only have to sacrifice one child now. You should only have to sacrifice one child, my brother. You should learn from your mistake. We all not perfect. I learned from our mistake and then went on to be great with two. And then my first one caught on up. You know what I mean? But you may have to sacrifice them. You know what I mean? Courtney, where you at with that scripture, man? Courtney, you was killing me. You was killing it with the scriptures. Courtney, where that scripture at? The one about the little kids being arrows and how the single mothers, you know what I mean, be using these kids as arrows and how the father shouldn't be shamed when he go to the gate. That one is in your Bible. It's in your book, Courtney. Yeah.
In which Abraham carries out the task, whereby he doesn't say farewell to Isaac, doesn't reassure his son in any way, and doesn't proceed to try and bargain with God like many in his position would. Here he is simply cold and calculated and comes across as almost stoic in his approach. As far as God was concerned, he didn't need Abraham to stab Isaac because he could tell he was definitely going to do it. With this understood, God proceeds to speak through the angel and tells Abraham that now he is certain Abraham will do anything for him, and that now he knows he fears him because he did not withhold his own son from him. Some come to see the link between Abraham and God as being ultimately solidified, even far beyond that of the covenant, because it is the willingness to sacrifice his own son that Abraham demonstrates the highest level of love and commitment to God. Perhaps in a somewhat poetic fashion, it foreshadows the events in the New Testament, where God demonstrates his love and commitment to mankind by sending down his only son, who actually does die for mankind's sins. We then see Abraham proceed to sacrifice a nearby ram, as God still required a sacrifice, and they burnt this animal instead of Isaac. The Bible then concludes the chapter with the angel confirming yet again the covenant, where we are told, "The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time, and said, I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this, and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you, and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me." Then Abraham returns to his servants as promised, and together they set off to Beersheba, where they remain thereafter. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about Abraham.
Man, that was one hell of a story though, guys. But I tell you no lie, I'm not being cruel. I'm not being mean. I'm telling you, wipe your hands, be done, accept the deadbeat title. They're going to call you a deadbeat whether you're doing good or you're doing wrong. So fuck it. You feel me? Fuck it. But wash your hands and be done. Money buys peace and peace buys happiness. If it costs you your peace, it's way too expensive, yo. Yes. That's one of them. But damn, I think it's Palms. I think it's Psalms 127 127:3-5. That's the one I was talking about. But this one is a good one. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, oh my people, children are their oppressor, and women rule over them. Oh my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to it. I hate this King James shit, yo. Y'all good, yo. Y'all real educated with this King James shit, man. I give it to y'all. Y'all got it, man. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely. It make me not want to read the Bible. And I like how they did that. I like how they did that because a lot of people do that. A lot of people get like that. But me, I'm smart enough to just go get the book that I like to read. The version of the book that I like to read because it say the same shit. So hold on. I got my version right here. Make it clearer for the people. Because we don't like complicate common sense, baby. But that's a good one right there. You know what I mean? Proverbs 30:17. The eyes that mocks a father and scorns to obey a mother will be picked out. That's powerful right there, guys. And it's a lot of women around here mocking the father because they everything you hear, oh father, the father this, the father that, the father, the father. Like it's just, it took two people to have you. Like I understand your mom's got you indoctrinated, your mom's got you scorned to obey her. You know what I mean? I get it. But you do know you have a father too, man. All you men hating women be killing me because y'all have a father. And I think that's why you're mad. You mad at your father, bro. You mad at your father or you mad at God? Which one? Which one? You could be mad at both. You could be mad at both. You know what I mean? Ravens of the valley and eaten by the vultures. That's how what you saw, erase. It's time to relearn, guys. Whatever you saw, whatever your childhood traumas is, please go get that fixed. It's on you to go get that fixed. Your mama not gonna help you fix it, bro. She put it in there. She not gonna help you fix it. And she stick her hands in your pocket. I don't know any good Bible movies, but I know I wouldn't trust a Bible movie. I don't trust none of that. I just trust me reading this thing. I only trust you reading this thing. I wouldn't suggest, I wouldn't refer, I wouldn't reference any of that, bro. You read this thing and create that movie in your head or come here to the righteous fear. And I'll make a movie for you out the Bible, but I wouldn't recommend or I don't suggest. Movie is Hollywood. Once you put that Hollywood in shit becomes modern. Fake is the new real. You know what I mean? Fake is the new real. And I don't want to associate nothing fake with the book, with the good book. Exodus 20:12. This the good one. This the one that they use to manipulate the kids and get the kids to do shit that caters to their flesh. Ain't got nothing to do to the kid with the kid future or with the kid and hit how the kid's spirituality, but it got everything to do with the mother's flesh, catering to the mother flesh. You know what I mean? Because this is the shit they use when they tell you to lie. Don't tell them you ain't here. Tell them I ain't here. Tell her I ain't here. So they teach the kids how to lie. You know what I mean? The mothers, they teach the kids how to lie. You know what I mean? All of that, all the foul shit. But then they disguise it in this. Honor your, and then they say it wrong too, guys. Show me one of y'all parents that say this the right way. Because every mother I know say, honor your mother and father. Honor your mother and father. When the real scripture goes, guys, honor your father and your mother. That, watch the wording. Wording is important. That your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. All right? So honor them, guys. It ain't say you got to listen to them. It ain't say you got to be an asshole for them. Only in the Bronx, guys. Only in the Bronx. And I bet you that car about yay little, I bet you that's a little Honda sounding like that. A little Honda Civic sounding like that. But yeah, guys, it says honor. That means just honor. Do we need to look up what honor means, guys? Because, you know what I mean? It ain't say obey. You know, honor and obey, that's two different things. But it said honor. And a lot of y'all get it twisted. Oh man, we're gonna have a hat in the shop. For now, you could go to the Fuck Child Support YouTube channel, Mr. Palmer. Salute to anybody in the Couch Gang. Palmer will be back on later on this week. I think might be Saturday. He had court or some shit like that. So I mean, but you could go there. But this will be at the Good Bread shop real soon. You know what I mean? Real soon. Yeah, we're gonna pray that you break that addiction, bro. We're gonna pray that you break that addiction, bro. That's one hell of a drug right there. That porn is one hell of an escape, bro. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'd rather you do that than you go out there and buy in to this gynocracy. You know what I mean? Because pleasure in self is not a sin. You know what I mean? Just the thoughts. What do you? I don't want to get into that, man. Go on with yourself, man. You're trying to distract me, bro. Go on with yourself, bro. Go on with yourself. But I have to break that down. You need a one-on-one, bro. Book a one-on-one, bro. Book a one-on-one, man. Book a one-on-one, bro. Yeah, I know my Facebook. You got my Facebook. All right, James 3:14 through 16. But if you have bitter, jealous, and selfish ambitions in your heart, which a lot of single mothers do because the relationship failed, do not boast and be false. And they do, because then they start trying to spin the narrative because they can't be wrong. They can't be wrong. It wasn't them. It was him. It was him. They can't be wrong, guys. False to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes down from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. We know that. We know that. We know that. That's them. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exists, there will be disorder and every vile practice. Just in case y'all need to know what I'm talking about, guys, because they like to play dumb. You know what I mean? But this is how we connect the dots over here.
I'm telling you, he's not going to be going. Nigga, you ain't had my child the whole year. He's not going with you. Come on.
Who you wanna go? You wanna go with me or him?
You trying to take off. Nigga, you got to pay child support.
Call the police.
Come on.
Call the police. Come on now.
You sure you gonna be in jail though?
You good.
You gonna be in jail, whatever.
Come on. Don't cry, bro.
I don't want you to go to jail.
Slap me, nigga. Slap me,
Let
nigga.
me hug him, man. I'm about to hug him, man. You got me fucked up.
Boy.
Give me a hug.
Boy.
Call your pussy ass nigga come fight.
Man. Boy.
Come on, Noah. Boy, you a hoe. Man, tell your bitch to stand on her spot, nigga.
Oh man. Yo, y'all cooking. Y'all cooking. Good Breads is cooking today. This one is the truth right here. If this not modern woman Lilith right here, boy, if this not the ways of the modern woman right here, I gotta read this part. Proverbs 30:20. Such in the way of an adulterous woman, she eateth witheth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Man, yo, hold on. That one deserves. We urges, man. We urges with that one, man. Would you please stop and talk? Woo! Woo.
Will you please stop balling up and folding up and so we can't even figure out what it is? It's going to be $1 just laid out in there. It's all right. It won't hurt our feelings. We had to go to Family Dollar and buy an iron. To iron out all the dollars because we can't even tell what they are. I work in the...
Yo, T Breeze Banks. I don't want to push my belief on none of y'all, so I just roll out the content. But I promise you, it is. You know, King James is a whole mook, right? Y'all know he a mook. Go look it up. Go look King James. He a mook. And it's for some weird reason they done indoctrinated all of our peoples, our black people, that's the book. That's the book, that's the truth. And that's not the book, that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's not the book, that's the truth. I'm telling you. That is some reason why they got everybody glued to that book. But the people that don't study that book is the real anointed. That book is the church. That book for the church. That King James shit, that shit for the church. That's what them church folks learning. And no offense to the church folks, this right here is the ESV. I fuck with the English, you know what I mean, version. I fuck with the ESV version. I do not mess with the KJV version. I'm not. Because it make you not want to read it. Why would you read something that you don't, that's so difficult? They do that to get you from not reading it. You know how to make somebody not want to do something? You tell them like, if, you know when I learned this, guys, when I was in the music business, right? I always wanted to make beats, right? And every time I go to an engineer, he'd be like, "Oh shit, man, hard. It's all hard." And then he start explaining it all complicated and shit. So it make me not want to make beats no more. Until one day I went to the kid, my guy Sirius Vendetti, what up? And he said, "Look, bro, this shit easy. Do this, do this." Bro, you know how easy it really is, but when people don't want you to learn, they will overcomplicate some mess. Now, this is why I say we're not gonna complicate common sense. We're not. You know what I mean? We're not. But yeah, guys, I can't stand that version. I cannot. I can't. I don't like that. I don't like it. And you are spot on. You are spot on, T Breeze. Spot on. James 3:14 through 16. But if you have bitter jealousy or selfish ambition in your heart, do not boast and be false to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes down from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exists, there will be disorder and ever vile practice. And we see that throughout the black community, throughout every move in the black community. You know what I mean? And we'll read this one again for the triggered mothers in the back that think they God and they not no mother. They ain't God. They not God. I think I'm doing good on the cursing today too, right, guys? We ain't even curse a lot. It strikes a nerve, right? Yo, facts though. That's a fact. Yo, Exodus 25. You shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting inequities of fathers on the children to the third and the fourth generation of those who hate me. And that last part is important right there, because this is where we get to the Esau and Jacob. You know what I mean? Because they both in the good book. They both in the book that talk about the Israelites. So Esau and Jacob are both Israelites. But Esau is the motherfucker that is blessed but hate God. That's why God hate him. No. So you race agitators that like the Esau is the white man and God hate the white man. No, 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 no. God hate the black nigga that is blessed. Like we all are blessed because we all are him, right? This book is for God. It's God children. We all God children, right? But he have half of his children, Esau, and half of his children are Jacob. And you dudes that are blessed because God created you, God put you here, and he keeping you out of trouble, but don't believe in him. You do things your way. You think you on your own time. You think your shit don't stink. You only run to him when you need him. You are Esau. And this is the verse and the scripture that ties that in right there. You know what I mean? But they're going to skip over this when they want to keep you ignited with this racism shit. You know what I mean? So y'all just pay attention. But we're going to uncomplicate the common sense over here. Any more reading? Oh, what we got? For my fathers and my mother. Oh, okay. We read this already. All right, so we up out of here. We off this. We off this. We off this. Let's get to the good stuff, guys. I got some crazy stuff, yo. Fair use, fair use. Now, my guy said something about these mothers, man. Let me see if I can find that shit. I mean, y'all been cooking. The wicked wit. Y'all been cooking, yo. I can't even find it. But y'all, man, listen. Just yesterday, I seen we had one where the mother got a slap on the wrist, bro. She got slapped on the wrist, smothered a child, nothing happened. She walked scotch-free. Scotch-free said, they said you can't, it's not a crime to be a bad parent. He said it's not crime, it's not a criminal offense to be a bad parent. I said, whoa. I said, whoa. Incredible. Hold on, let me pull this story up real quick. I just got this story just in. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to take a hard pivot, probably clip this. Whole situation is messed up. Mom realized police officers discovered her horrifying secret. Let's get it.
Wait, you need to go to medical? Want me to take you? You want me to take you to medical? Oh, oh shit. No.
The footage you just saw was taken at the exact moment this woman realized that the police finally knew what happened to her missing 5-year-old daughter. Her life is about to change forever. The co-worker riding in the car with her had no way of knowing just how desperate Brianna had become, and what she did next would likely change his life as well.
No.
The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. Police became involved in the situation after 27-year-old Brianna Shantae Williams made this 911 call around 7 a.m. on November 6th, 2019.
What's going on?
I do not know where my daughter is.
Did she run away?
No.
Where was she last seen?
She was here with me.
What was she wearing?
A purple shirt and like pink pajamas. It was like a t-shirt. She was
the pants were pink?
Again?
Okay, just stay on the line with me. Just do you know where she could have gone?
No.
Have you checked?
Like she just came home. I just picked her up on Halloween night. She was with my mom in Alabama.
Okay, have you checked the house?
Yes.
Did she have a favorite hiding spot in the house? Like under the bed?
I checked on her there.
Okay, let's check again. Go to her bedroom. Let's check her closet. Nobody else in the house has seen her?
No, it's just me and her.
All right, are you in her room? Okay.
So at this moment right here, she lying. She's creating a whole fucking story up at this moment right here. You see how they will lie, but it's believe all women, right?
Check under her bed again.
This entire interaction was odd, but thankfully, officers soon arrived on scene and were able to begin trying to piece together what exactly was going on.
You call, ma'am? All right. Okay, is this your address here? Okay, hey, tell us what happened.
I'm looking up this morning. It started getting away from me.
Cancel that.
He wasn't in the room.
Have you had any problems with anybody? Okay. Anything unusual? Okay. Do you live by?
And she's a trooper, guys. She's a trooper. She's a trooper. A proud participation award recipient. Go on, girl. Go on, girl. Now you don't ask why you make 77 cents less than us. All right, you should.
By yourself?
Yes, dear.
Okay. The father of the child. He's not in her life.
Mr.
Okay. I'm sorry. Father of the child. He's not.
He's in Alabama.
He's here.
Alabama.
He's in Alabama. Okay. So.
For the record, the father not there. The father is not involved. He's not. Where the dad? Where the father at? Where the father? He's in Alabama.
Any problems with anyone else as far as any custody dispute between you and him? No? Okay. All right. Has she done this before as far as anything like try to leave or get out or mess with locks or anything like that? Okay. Show me which door was locked real quick. Or unlocked. Was it the back door? Okay.
Recently moved in or? Yes.
Okay. When did you move in?
Like, I started moving stuff. Well, I signed a lease back in June, but the place kept getting broken. So I didn't want to move here, but the guy was like, they can't put me in that risk.
Okay. When did you actually move in? In June or?
No, like a week ago, a few days ago.
Okay. Today's Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. Did you move in, let's say, over the weekend?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Actually, Brianna and Taylor had only moved in 3 days ago on November 3rd. Apparently, since June, Brianna had been paying rent on 2 properties, this house and an apartment across town. Police would get into the details of why she would want to do this later, because as you can see, she seemed more interested in her phone.
So you said she does not go to school?
She does not go to school.
And we last saw her at midnight?
When she put her to bed. Who normally takes care of her when you're not available?
Well, I'm not. She's with my mom.
Where's your mom at?
In Alabama.
Well, I'm just saying, because she's not in school, like daycare-wise. Where she go? Or...
Oh, she was with my mom. I just picked her up on Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween was actually a week ago, so she didn't exactly just pick her up.
Grandma. What's Dad's name?
Marius Tate.
Officers managed to get Brianna off her phone long enough for her to share contact details for Taylor's grandmother and biological father. Both Taylor's grandmother and biological father would need to be followed up with, but right now, the focus was kept local. Law enforcement from all over the city started to arrive on Ivy Street as several of the first responders searched the house. While they didn't find any obvious evidence, they definitely noticed a few things out of place.
Kind of odd with her. She got the right. There's more than one gun out. So the guns were out? Yes. So when you see them right now, there's guns that are out. Okay. Shotgun out, pistol out, and then there's an empty holster on the kitchen area.
Taylor's bed, a pair of slippers, and an open box of crackers were found in one of the bedrooms. Her jacket and backpack were in the kitchen, next to a pack of unopened air fresheners. Besides this, though, there was nothing. No toys, no drawings, no family photos. The police likely had to wonder if this was just a reflection of the recent move, or possibly something more sinister. When looking closely at Taylor's bed, police noticed a reddish-brown substance on the side of the plastic headboard. A similar stain was found on the bedroom door. Fearing it could be blood, they did a quick field test called hemodent, which tests for the presence of mammal blood. The result was negative, but the officers would keep the stain in mind as the investigation continued. Investigators looked through every inch of the house, but didn't find the little girl. Besides being unlocked, the back door showed no signs of forced entry or other damage. Back outside with Brianna, the officers thought of another place to search.
Is this your vehicle? Okay, can you open it up for me? Does she have a favorite toy or anything like that she normally takes with her? Mr. Bear?
Man, you have a recent picture?
There were more signs of the little girl in the car than inside the house, including a pink unicorn in the back seat. Something about the car, though, made the officer pause. For some reason, the officer felt the need to give the car a sniff test. When looking inside, police also found some cleaning products and a pair of women's sneakers covered in plant matter. They also might have noticed that while the body of the car was cluttered, the trunk was almost perfectly tidy. Unfortunately, the police wouldn't know the significance of this until a more in-depth search of the car was conducted. For now, it was as if Taylor had simply vanished into thin air.
All units be on the lookout for Taylor Rose Williams, Bravo Foxtrot approximately 3 foot in height, 50 pounds. She was wearing a pink and purple t-shirt.
Determined to find Taylor, the police launched a neighborhood-wide search effort. Ivy Street, as well as multiple adjacent roads, were taped off. Canine units were deployed to track Taylor's scent, but were unsuccessful. Even a helicopter was used to canvass the area, with an equally frustrating lack of results. An Amber Alert was sent out, asking people to be on the lookout for Taylor.
Now this is messed up right here, because when one of our little black girls go missing or black boys go missing from now on, this story gonna come up, and they're not gonna take us serious. And then we're gonna have our mouth open talking about racism. This is racist. No, you're very confusing. You know what I mean? And then it's the white people in our business, but you got the white people in your business right now. You lost your child. We know what you did, but according to you, you lost your child. Now you got the white people in your business, but y'all don't let them in our business. They always in our business. But man, you put them in your business right now, man. Where's your little girl at? Where is your kid? It's bad enough. Sometimes y'all don't even know where the kid's father is. Now you got motherfuckers looking for your whole kid. You don't know where your whole kid is. You can't make this shit up, boy. You can't.
Unfortunately, the first attempt used the wrong name, claiming that the missing child was named Brianna. This was corrected in a subsequent alert.
This is a picture of a young lady.
You remember seeing a little girl here? Never seen her.
I saw him the other day, but I never seen a kid. I've never
saw a
seen
kid.
A little girl.
Huh.
All trash pickup was halted for the neighborhood. Any refuse that had already been removed was recovered from the trucks and spread out for police to comb through. This would eventually provide the most promising lead, but it was just going to take time and a strong stomach to find it. It would take quite a while for officers to find anything of substance as they canvassed the neighborhood, though. So for the time being, the investigation proceeded in other directions, too. Brianna was brought in for an interview, and police hoped she could give them a better idea of how her 5-year-old daughter managed to apparently drop off the face of the earth. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a former detective, licensed polygraph examiner and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor, and a certified crime scene investigator, certified instructor for the State of Florida Commission on Criminal Justice Standards, and a graduate in crime scene investigations for violent crimes. Almost immediately, it looks like she gets comfortable, as if she's ready for a nap. Her daughter has been missing for hours, yet she doesn't appear panicked. Frequently, when a child is missing, a lot of officers' efforts have to go towards calming a parent down. But clearly that wasn't the case here. This was just the beginning of Brianna's strange behavior. After almost 45 minutes, detectives arrived to speak with Brianna, disrupting her apparently peaceful slumber.
Hi, Brianna. We're back again. You all right? You need anything? Water or anything? You okay? You need to go to the restroom or anything? You good? You sure? All right. I'm sorry we had to meet under these stressful circumstances. I'm gonna, Officer Whitaker's with our missing persons unit, right? Well, based on the investigation, the age of your child, and everything going on, I'm also a detective, but I'm assigned to our cold case unit, which also I'm part of the CART team, which is the Child Abduction Response Team. So, and I don't want to stress you out on that. Listen to me. Look, I just want to explain what I do, all right, and what resources, okay? I mean, Missing Persons is doing an outstanding job. We can extend a little bit more than that, okay? And we have a little bit more specialty on that. So that's how I get involved, because we don't know what happened, okay? We don't know what's going on. We don't know after she left out of the house what happened to her. So this could be a criminal investigation. You understand what I'm saying, hon? Look at me. Listen to me, okay? We're doing everything we can. We got everybody out there looking for her, okay? We've got everything going, but I want to make sure we cover everything.
As detectives continued to speak with Brianna, officers worked relentlessly and spoke with the residents in the vicinity.
Something going wrong?
She's missing. The little girl supposed that lives here is missing. You remember seeing a little girl here?
Never seen her.
Never seen her. You're the second person that said that. So. And how long have they lived there, you said, do you think? Just to estimate, a week, month?
I've seen her coming and going. I've never seen her physically, but I see the car here coming and going. Like this whole weekend that passed, nobody was here. That car was not here.
This whole
that
week?
car just got here at least like 2 days ago, if that.
Right.
Morning. Sorry to bother you. Hey, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen a 5-year-old wearing pink and purple, short fro?
Never seen her before.
No, I don't think I've seen her at all.
After these introductions, Brianna was read her Miranda rights, though she wasn't under arrest.
Okay, so Brianna, like I said, we were going to talk to a lot of people today, and let's just start from the very beginning. Okay?
So my alarm,
I can't, you got to speak a little bit louder so we can hear you.
My alarm went off at 5:30, and I got up like around maybe like a little before 6. And then I just went on here and started getting dressed because it's just me and Taylor in the house. She gets up, even if we're not going anywhere, she's like, where we're going, like, okay. So I didn't bother, mess with her because I know eventually she's going to get up and start getting dressed. And then I went over to the kitchen, and then I noticed that the back door was open. I'm like, we're not open, but it was unlocked. I'm like, why is the back door unlocked? And that's when I went to her room, and she wasn't in there.
As the officers continued their interviews, one of the residents had curious information to share.
He left out of here about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. And right when they started putting up the tape and all.
That's the black male?
Yep. He's in his about 20s or 30s, maybe late. He's been living here by himself. And this place is a mess.
Black male 20-ish?
Probably about 28. But yeah, this place is
The officer ran a background check on this suspicious individual who lived near the house where Brianna and Taylor just moved. As this was happening, investigators continued to gather more information from Brianna.
It was almost 7 o'clock.
Okay. So then you went into her room and you saw that
she wasn't in her bed. I looked under, well, she got like a little baby bed, so she can't really fit underneath it, but I looked underneath there anyway. I checked her closet. Then I went in my room and looked underneath my bed. I know she wanted to come in my room. Like she's very well mannered. Like she'll knock or ask to come in.
Okay.
And I checked in my bathroom. I checked my closet. She wasn't in there. So then I just started checking the cabinets, and she wasn't in there either. Like, okay, I'm gonna go outside, and I checked my car just to be, be sure that I definitely didn't leave her in the freaking car.
Okay.
So I looked underneath the car. She wasn't there either.
Note that there's no real emotion in Brianna's voice as she talks about looking for her child.
Okay, and then what?
And then I called 911.
Okay.
I can't find her.
Okay. What time did you see her before then?
It was like around midnight.
Brianna said that Taylor put herself to bed around midnight. While this wasn't impossible, the late hour and Taylor's alleged independence likely struck investigators as unusual given her age. However, this was nothing compared to the strange turn Brianna's story took next.
Did you check on her prior to you going to sleep?
No.
Okay, so you assume that she was asleep?
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds!
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one! You dirty...
Okay. Did you hear any noise coming from her room or anything like that?
Not from her room, but there were like, I can't even explain it. Like there were like when you're dragging something or you moving something, but it was coming from upstairs. And either way, like I'll just grab my gun and walk around to make sure okay, there's nobody in here.
Coming from upstairs of the house that you're in?
And there are no stairs. That's the part that I didn't understand, but it definitely sounded like it was coming from the roof.
Okay.
Did you wake up hearing this noise?
Yes. like the little whatever noise it was. It sounded like it changes. Like sometimes I can hear like near where I sleep. Sometimes it's like back towards the kitchen area.
Okay. And it sounded like dragging noise?
Yes, it's like somebody's moving something or walking.
So you said you grabbed your guns. You have
Yes,
a gun?
I grabbed my gun and
Did
I
you
walk
check the
around.
house?
Yes, I walk around the open spaces that I know, people can come in through.
Did you go outside and check?
I didn't go.
Okay, so you just checked around the house?
Yeah.
Did you go in your daughter's room at that time and look at it?
No.
Okay.
Brianna said that she didn't see anything amiss when she searched the house and that all the doors were still locked. Still, if she was alarmed enough to arm herself before walking through the house, it makes no sense that she wouldn't take a few seconds to check on her sleeping child. Some of the officers and residents shared a similar sentiment.
I hope they exhausted the parental angle. You know what I'm saying?
Knocking on every door we can.
What kind? Okay, now that she was missing since midnight.
Yeah, purple PJs on. The back door was probably open.
Why mother don't check on the child? My son and grandson stay with us, and my son is 36. As a habit, I go right past the room to make sure he's still breathing.
Right.
Ma'am, don't tell nobody that shit. Don't be proud like that, bro. You see, even the so-called good ones inadvertently crippled the little kid. Now she got a 36-year-old man in her house, at her house. Look, all because she was unable to teach that man how to plant his own seeds. Because all she told that man was, money don't grow on trees. I ain't got it. So that man went out there, like a lot of the little boys that is raised by this mother, this black mother, who's nice, right? She's real nice. Got a nice job and all that. You know what I mean? But when they go out, they simp their ass off because they know nothing about female nature and their moms sheltered them from the truth. And this is why he said, my mother and father forsaken me, because they did not teach you the new information. What's the new information? The word of God. That's the information. They didn't teach you that. And you needed that. You needed that so that nothing could touch you. Nothing in this world could touch you. You exposed, bro. You're exposed. Until you go get that new information for yourself, you a target, man.
So, if you heard the noise, why did you say you didn't go into her room?
Cause I had a gun. I didn't want to go up in there. Then she got bars on her window, so I just assumed like you can't get in there.
You said you don't like guns around her, but are they laid out like that? So she's
not normally. Like when she sleep, then yes, I pull them out because, like I said, like the place been broken into, so I sleep with my guns like right there.
Police left the matter alone for the time being and switched to a different topic. Once again, though, the conversation didn't go as they were likely expecting.
What do you think happened this morning?
I don't know.
Where do you think she's at?
I have no clue because she wouldn't leave. And I don't even know, like, did they find Mr. Bear? Because she won't go anywhere without that thing.
What?
This little pink teddy bear, she calls him Mr. Bear.
The Mr. Bear angle was potentially helpful, as it was something the searchers could keep a lookout for. By this point, police were likely realizing that something was seriously wrong. What that was exactly remained to be seen.
Where were you staying prior to this address?
The Southside address.
And how long did you live at the Southside address?
We were there for like a year and a half.
Okay. And why were you moving?
Because I wanted to move to a different area. Like I always do this. I did this in Virginia. Like I live in Norfolk, then like a year later I moved to Virginia Beach.
Okay.
It's out of habit. I just like to move.
So when was your lease up at the Southside address?
In May.
So your lease was up in May, but you were still living there?
Yes. It was up. It went to month because I was supposed to put in a notice. They wanted a 60-day notice, and I kept forgetting to put it in.
Brianna also said that as she was preparing to move to the house on Ivy Street, a large problem with the residents became evident.
Because I was actually like trying to prepare to move out, and I went back like around the 4th of July.
To which?
Like I put it to the Ivy place. And that's when I saw like the back door was open and like somebody had moved the refrigerator outside. So I called the property manager because I thought maybe, he was like renovating or something. He didn't tell me. But he was like, no. So he went ahead and changed the lock.
So for 6 months, you had 2 residents.
Yes.
What 3 days ago made you need to move urgently if you were there if you had both places for 6 months?
That was the day that I actually was like able to find movers because that was the whole issue. I was like, I didn't know which company am I going to go for. I had been asking around. It was like, just ask people for work. Like, no, I don't want to ask people.
But you found someone from Craigslist, right?
Yes.
Which you say you do everything from Craigslist. A lot of
majority,
things. So why hadn't you done that 6 months ago?
Just never crossed my mind.
Police would come to find that many things concerning the investigation didn't seem to cross her mind. What they would find when they searched her other residence too would leave them shocked.
So on Sunday, you get a hold of movers.
Yes.
Okay.
Did they take everything?
Just the big things.
Why didn't you, if you were paying them, why didn't they take everything?
Oh, because it was last minute. I hadn't packed everything, like clothes and stuff. Most of the clothes and stuff was still there.
Okay. So what was the urgency? Why couldn't you wait to find a mover once you had everything packed up and ready to go so that you can move everything in one go round?
I didn't even think about that.
We're going to call the movers. We're going to call your mom, and we're going to verify some information. Okay. You know where this is going to lead to?
No.
Okay. So the movers, it was pretty abrupt. You needed to be out of that house that day, Sunday, according to the conversation that one of my partners had with the detective, with the movers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was what was the urgency?
It wasn't urgent.
According to movers, it was, I had to be out today.
I didn't tell them that.
Okay. All right.
Nothing Brianna is saying is making sense, and it's hard to believe she would think the detective would believe her, but they don't confront her yet.
Anybody take care of the 5-year-old, of your daughter?
Here, no. Well, she was going to the CDC on base.
Okay.
So she kindergarten and the CDC.
When was the last time she was at CDC?
But this ain't YouTube, D West. This the Righteous Fair, and we ain't cover it, D West. So you know what I mean. You can go. You're free to leave at any given time. You know what I mean. Just make sure you don't go and delete no baby. All right. Don't delete no baby. That's the vibes you give me. You give me baby deletion vibes and stuff. So you don't want to see it no more because it triggers you. You got any babies in your closet, D West? And why all you trolls use D in your name? Like we had a D in our name last night. We had a D in their name last night in our chat. What's up with the D? What the D stand for? What the D stand for?
I'm sorry if I'm asking you some questions. Last there in May?
Yeah.
When police checked with the daycare on base, the administration office told them that Taylor had last been there on April 27th and was officially withdrawn shortly after. They also shared that Taylor had previously been in speech therapy. When police checked in with the therapist's office, they likely noticed a concerning pattern. Taylor had attended regularly for 13 weeks, but then never came back. After 2 no-show appointments, she was discharged from the system at the beginning of May.
Why would I be mad at the fact that you called out I never made this video if I'm making this video now? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a reaction video. Calm down. Why must you get triggered, make a dumb response, and then pretend as if I'm bothered or as if you made me mad or as if you did anything to me, man? Because I know you're a female now, because that's a female playbook right there. That's a modern woman technique right there. See how you be thinking y'all eating, and y'all not eating.
And I understand she was in Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, she was with my mom.
Okay. Your mom, who's your mom?
Carissa.
Carissa. And how long was she in Tuscaloosa? When did she go there?
That was off and on. She's been there pretty much all summer, actually.
So you went down there to pick her up and brought her back here for one day?
Over the weekend.
Because
it's only like 7-8 hour drive. Like, I used to drive from Virginia to Alabama over a weekend, and that's 17 hours.
Okay.
So You bring her back.
D West, are you upset or something, D West? Because this is a World Star video, D West. This is where everybody get their videos, their reaction videos from. This is, you see it, ain't no ads in this motherfucker. Ain't no ads running through this motherfucker. This is an original video. I did the work, and I went to World Star, took my ads to World Star, and I collected the video. Why are you mad? Why are you upset? And you're wrong, D West. Understand how wrong you are. Like, admit when you're wrong. Like, stop. Stop while you're ahead. You know what I mean? Stop it. That need to be right. Don't come in the righteous fear with that need to be right, because you're wrong. You're going to always end up wrong. You come for the entertainment and leave with your feelings hurt.
On the 31st. How long was that visit?
That one was since the beginning of October.
So the full month she stayed in October with your mom, Carissa.
And prior to you dropping her down there October 1st, or the first part of October, when did you, when was the last time she was there before then?
Like the first week of September, she was here.
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever the storm hit.
Would your mom be able to tell us what days when she last saw your daughter? I think we have her number, right?
Yeah.
So if we call her, she's going to say that she saw her in the month of August.
Yeah.
Brianna had no way to know that the police had already spoken with her mother, and they would confront her with what Carissa told them soon enough.
Okay, so when she was here with you during the weeks or weekends and you had to work, who was watching her?
Oh, no, like when she was here, like those days that I'm off. So no one is watching her besides me.
So since you've gotten back on the 31st, you have not been to work?
No,
Okay.
I'm still on leave.
You're
Well,
on
I'm
leave.
leave until this morning.
How long have you been on leave?
It's been since October the 29th or 30th. The 28th, I'm not sure.
You would take her to your mom every time?
Yes, or I just leave her there. That's why. I was like, I couldn't, the back and forth, and I didn't want anybody else watching her. Like, I don't know people here like that.
But you were going to take her to the lady you met on Craigslist today to watch her? Okay.
When searching Brianna's phone, police had come across communications between her and the woman she'd found on Craigslist to watch Taylor. When police followed up with the woman, she told them that Brianna had texted her this morning to say her services wouldn't be needed after all. This was only one of the many discrepancies police would find in Brianna's story.
You said your hours changed. So did you change positions or your job title or what?
No, just the hours.
What is the norm? What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I don't know the rotation.
You don't know your rotation at work?
Not the duty hour rotation.
So you don't know. You couldn't tell me right now when you were going to be on call next?
If I had my planner, I could, but not, no. My planner on my phone, put them in there.
So
I think Friday would be the next time I had duty because I was on leave. So.
Standing duty was part of Brianna's job as enlisted Navy personnel. This tended to be a 12-hour shift, once or twice a week. The fact that Brianna didn't know her duty schedule, especially since she claimed she would have had to arrange childcare whenever she was scheduled, was odd. However, this paled in comparison to what police were about to reveal.
They called your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't seen your daughter since January.
Yeah, she has.
Okay, why would she say that?
October.
Why would she say that? This is Carissa. This is your mom.
That's my mom.
Why would she say that?
She would not say that.
In a subsequent interview, Carissa Williams repeated what she'd told investigators that day on the phone. The implications were spine-chilling. Please note that the police department made redactions to remove Taylor's name from the recording.
So you hadn't heard from her in 2 years and talked to her?
Prior up to that, yes.
So out of the blue in 2 years, she called you?
No, it didn't go quite like that.
Well, tell me how it went.
Yeah, you bringing in my personal business.
It's hard to imagine anything more personal than a missing grandchild, but Carissa still seemed reluctant to go into detail about what she knew.
I want you to understand the severity of what you're doing.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
And with me wanting you to understand the severity of what's going on is I don't care about anybody's personal life. We are going to find and whatever happens, whatever gets in the way between us, we're going to deal with it. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Have you had any conversation with her about telling her commanding officer anything as far as you, if he calls you, that she was coming to get?
That's the part that I didn't get. That she did. This was just last week.
Tell me about that.
Now she did call whatever day that I want to say it was Halloween. I want to say it was actually the day of Halloween.
So last Thursday, 31st.
Yes. She told me that if he called to tell him that she was down to pick me up from me for Halloween.
So let me get this straight. D West, you weigh about 366 pounds. You about 5'6", maybe 7. And you think you'd rather call World Star. You think your focus should be calling World Star to ask World Star if millions of people can use their video. That's your focus? That's your focus. You see what I mean? This the mental health illness, the mental illness shit that I be talking about, that y'all got to go get it fixed, bro. That is mental illness at its best, dummy. Like, why? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Ma'am, you got to get rid of that ring around your neck. You have that black ring around your neck with the mole right there. It's nasty. It look like it's growing. And you rather worry about a World Star video. Plus, I fooled you. I didn't get it from World Star. I got it from TikTok. So call TikTok while you at it, nigga. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, it might be from Reddit. I'm not sure. Dummy.
Mind you, I haven't seen it in 2 years. So I'm thinking like, well, okay,
Yo,
she just met this new guy.
Hold on. Cause I said it. That's why I chill in the righteous fear. Cause it's brothers that's smarter than me. Good call out. She totally ignoring the behavior on the scene. Cause I tell you, she had the leader of children. She a hater and an eater of men and children, like Lilith. Remember Lilith, God. We not dumb. We don't focus on Eve. We know Eve a small fry. She just a dummy. She's just an impressionable dummy. But our enemy is the Lilith. We want that first one. We want that first wife. We want fire. We want to set fire to her. Cause she made the deal with them 3 simps. Them 3 simp angels, guys. So remember that. Don't ever lose sight of that. We want her, the man hater, the man eater. But let me give my boy his love. Let me show my boy his love right now, yo. Black woman, B. Guy, and you make black women look bad when you do stuff like that, D West.
Took a little time out to go meet him or whatever, and she just used that lie to get away. But I couldn't tell you. She said, so I'm like, where is, matter of fact, I asked her that day. I said, well, what's doing? She said, oh, she in the back seat. So I'm like, okay, but she never did put the phone and say, hey, I never did say anything.
Police followed up with the man Carissa alleged Brianna had recently started seeing, particularly since Brianna hadn't mentioned him and in fact insisted that she didn't have a boyfriend. However, he didn't have much information to share. He was only vaguely aware that Brianna had a daughter and assumed that the little girl had been staying with her father when he and Brianna were together. When police checked with Taylor's father, Maurice, he hadn't seen the little girl lately either. All he could tell them was that the last time he did see her, at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother, he didn't think she was being fed enough, as she was very small. He added that he had a difficult time checking up on Taylor after that, though, as Brianna changed her phone number frequently.
But you can't tell me that our government Satan Zaddy, not the devil. You can't tell me that that's not Lucifer. You can't tell me the government is not Lucifer, because why do they continue to give the custody to these women? Why do they continue to give the custody to the woman and continue to give these women this false sense of delusion that they are some type of powerful victim? Shit crazy to me.
Maurice provided investigators with a DNA sample and said he was willing to assist in any way that he could. Back with Brianna's mother, Carissa told police that she'd previously watched Taylor for extended periods of time, but that ended when Brianna enrolled her in daycare on the naval base. The last time she'd seen the little girl in person was also at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother. Police weren't ready to believe Carissa just yet, however, due to some interesting evidence recovered from Brianna's phone.
I can tell you it's pinging at a tower in the vicinity of this area that it's pinging off of. What's throwing us for a loop right now is if she's living in Jacksonville, why is her phone pinging out now at all?
Despite this, Carissa swore that she hadn't seen Brianna or Taylor on Halloween. Police were still working on downloading the data from the GPS in Brianna's car to determine an exact route, so soon enough, they would know for sure who was telling the truth. The search of Brianna's phone turned up something else concerning, too. Police found a text message conversation in which Brianna had told a former co-worker in Virginia that Taylor had become a nightmare, as she was, according to her, stealing food and misbehaving. In Alabama, Carissa was so adamant of her innocence that she got Brianna's father, Wayne, on the phone to join the discussion and brainstorm what might be going on.
I don't understand why she would even lie and say that she was picked for me. Man, she lied on me. I never been in trouble a day in my life.
She is lying. She's trying to cover up something. Not sure what it is. She is lying.
You have no idea what she's trying to cover up, though.
I have no idea what she's trying to cover up. That's the one thing I don't know.
Someone was lying, but whether it was Brianna or Carissa was yet to be determined, as was the exact reason of why. Investigators would follow up on the Alabama lead, but as promised, also caught up with the movers Brianna had hired on Craigslist. They had nothing reassuring to say either.
They never saw your daughter. They never saw you put her in the car. They never saw her at the other house. They never saw her. Why is that?
D West, good night, yo. D West, go have a good day, yo. Jesus love you, yo. You gonna play like you a victim now, yo. You know damn well you came in here with all that sassy ass energy, yo. Stop playing with me, yo. Don't do that. Don't be the victim now. You know what I mean? Keep that same energy that you had when you walked in here and when you called World Star. You know what I mean? Don't run now. Keep that same energy. Don't do that. Now I know you're the leader of the children, and then you're a lie about it.
I didn't want them to see her.
Why not?
Because I don't know them like that.
Well, I mean, you're not introducing me to her, but how did you leave her at the house on Southside and then go to Ivy without her? They never saw her. They never saw you put her in the car. So what happened?
Nothing happened.
Well, where was your daughter?
She was with me.
She wasn't with you.
Yes, she was.
The two movers are saying that they never saw. They heard water running and you said that she was in there, but they never saw her.
If what the movers were saying was true, it seemed like Taylor hadn't been at either of Brianna's residences. Carissa said she hadn't seen the girl in 2 years, and the child care records on the Navy base showed that Taylor's attendance became spotty throughout the month of April, and she was officially withdrawn back in May, around 6 months before she was reported missing. A new horrifying question was quickly coming to the forefront of the investigation. When was the last time anyone besides Brianna had seen Taylor? Shockingly, the little girl's mother wasn't inclined to help answer this question.
I'm done with this. I don't want to talk.
No.
Because yes, I am done. Because you're lying to me now. So
how am I lying to you? I'm not lying to you.
You just said that my mom. I literally picked my mom. I mean, not my mom.
I'm just telling you what my partner said, and I'd like to explain to you, but
I don't know where to get that from because I literally went down there.
Do you want to talk to
Halloween night?
Do you want to talk to the detectives I spoke with her, and then you can get that, find out what the information they gave?
I'm done with this because I don't know where this is going. But no, no. Like it's the second time this has happened. Like some other lady was like saying stuff that I didn't even say. Like she was twisting my words. Like no.
Brianna has no idea that her odd behavior was quickly becoming the least of the police's concern as they were searching her apartment at that very moment. Just like they'd done at Ivy Street, police canvassed the area and talked to Brianna's neighbors. Disturbingly, very few of them recalled ever seeing a little girl. One man who did, named Carlos Johnson, said he found Taylor roaming the apartment complex unaccompanied back on April 17, 2019, looking for her mother. He took her home only to find her wandering the parking lot again a few days later. Carlos said that Taylor didn't appear frightened or distressed, like the situation was familiar to her. He also told police that he would see her waving at him from her window at times when Brianna's car was gone, suggesting to him that the little girl was alone. If police thought this was bad, then they must have been horrified when they entered the apartment itself. From the outside, Brianna's apartment was unassuming and looked just like any of the others in the complex. But as soon as the door was open, it was clear that something awful had happened inside. The entryway to the apartment was filled with trash, as was the kitchen. It was so cluttered with random items and refuse that it was nearly unusable. The living room was not in any better condition, having been taken over by a heaping mountain of trash and personal belongings. It seemed no effort had been made to separate the two categories. There were
Damn, yo, how do they have custody of these kids, yo? Like, and ACS be at the wrong house. ACS be fucking with the kids that come late to school and shit. Y'all don't ever go to these houses?
children's toys and clothing included in the mess, most stained with what appeared to be feces. One of the toys in particular probably stood out to police thanks to Brianna's description. A pink stuffed animal was found in the mountain of refuse, possibly Mr. Bear. The toy Brianna said Taylor refused to go anywhere without. Police would face a heartbreaking reason why Mr. Bear was there as they searched more of the apartment. Bleach and urine remover, along with more air fresheners, were also found in the apartment. If police thought the living room and kitchen were in bad condition, they were in for a shock when they entered the master bedroom. Police had to move more trash and soiled belongings to even gain entry into the room. The carpet was encrusted with filth, which appeared to include more human waste. When they opened the closet, the situation changed from merely disgusting to horrific.
Just want clarity later, but not. It's a late day. I just want my baby home,
and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, the whole thing, because there's no way my mom would take it. She hadn't seen it since January. Like what?
And that's what I'm asking you. Do you want to continue to talk to us about what's going on?
I do not right now. No, like this is going too far. Like,
okay, so you don't want to answer any questions as to the whereabouts of your daughter.
I don't know where she is. If
well, and I'm trying to get the background. Yes or no?
I've told you everything that I know. Like I don't know.
But you don't want to answer any more questions?
My here now. My mom's on the way here now.
Okay. Do you want to answer any?
Talk to her when she gets here. You can talk to her when she gets here.
But you don't want to talk to us anymore?
I do not want to talk to her.
Okay.
I need to call my job.
Well, we'll take care of that for you. Do you need anything like a bathroom or water or anything like that?
I need to talk to legal. Because I actually need to talk to them about the lease.
Okay, do you need water? Do you need a bathroom or anything like that right now? If you need anything, knock on the door.
The detectives would revisit Brianna in a bit, but went to check in on other aspects of the investigation. By this time, it was no longer just the Jacksonville police involved in the search. They'd been joined by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, the Alabama Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and even the Naval Criminal Investigation Service, or NCIS. Additionally, the neighborhood canvass around Ivy Street continued the whole time Brianna was at the police station. Just before 10:30 p.m., officers in the area ran into a surprise visitor.
What's your relation? Father. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. It's short, and the sergeant really, we don't have much to say right now. If you want, you can go down that way towards the command post and, let them know your relation. But we don't have any information.
Back at the police department, Brianna was still in the interrogation room. If she was worried about her daughter or even concerned about what police might find when searching her apartment, she did a fantastic job of hiding it.
Absolutely, she did a fantastic job of hiding it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the hat. Don't focus on the hat. Focus on the content. Focus on the behavior. Me wearing the hat, no matter what it say, it's not bad behavior. That what we watching and what we're witnessing is bad behavior that need to get checked. So that's what we're doing. Let's check that.
She was left waiting, but found a few ways to help pass the time, including fixing her nails, redoing her hair, and going to sleep. 4 more hours went by, during which Brianna again attempted to get some sleep in the interrogation room.
Why am I still in here?
I'll get some answers for you. You're just gonna have to need your patience for now. We're all kind of sitting around and working diligently. We're not really sitting around doing nothing, but I'll get some answers for you. Okay?
My commandos?
Yes, I do believe so. So
I've been here all day.
I know. Just be patient with us, please.
Unluckily, when a fresh set of detectives came in, it seemed 8 hours of timeout hadn't made Brianna any more cooperative.
Hey, Ms. Williams. Hey, I'm just Detective Deborah. A couple things we need to go over with you real quick. You're gonna be free to go. However, you're not gonna be able to go back to Ivy Street or Southside tonight, and we still have your phone. So who do you need to contact, or can we take you somewhere, or what do you what's the best option for you?
I can get a room, but my wallet is at Ivy.
Brianna never came up with any options of her own, so the police called her command, who sent a petty officer from the base to come pick her up. Notably, over a total of more than 11 hours spent at the police station, Brianna never once asked for an update on the search for her daughter. When Brianna's mother, Carissa, heard about her daughter's lack of cooperation, she was perplexed.
Why wouldn't she want to?
Wow, got her. Not 11 hours and not one time did she ask, like, did y'all find her? Because me, I'd have been like, listen, I can't be sitting here right now. I need to be out there helping, looking for my child. I need to be out there looking for my child. You know what I mean? Woo, she ain't even asked for the child one time through 11 hours. Can't make it up, yo.
Talk when her is missing.
You know her better than I do.
Because
I've
some of
never
the
seen her.
things, a lot of what I can't even say some of the things. A lot of the things just not adding up.
We can agree on that.
Investigators also asked Carissa some questions about Brianna's personality in general to see if it would help make sense of her odd behavior.
How is she? Is she like an emotional person? Your
Do
mom
she
raised
shut down if she feel like it's getting too much?
No, I'm just saying if something traumatic happened, is she one that's going to show emotions? Use an example. Your mama's funeral. How was she doing that?
Well, she didn't cry.
No, she didn't cry.
No.
Brianna was reportedly very close to her maternal grandmother, who had raised Brianna for a large portion of her childhood. The fact that Brianna did not express grief at the time of her death may have stood out to police as eerily similar to her behavior in the interrogation room. Investigators also learned that Brianna was known to visit her grandmother's gravesite in Alabama regularly. So regularly, in fact, that more than one friend suggested the police search that area for Taylor too. And that's exactly what they did. Over the next week, the search expanded from Jacksonville, Florida to the area surrounding Linden, Alabama. Before Carissa's interview concluded, police had one last question for her, probably the hardest one yet.
If she did something by accident, would she tell you?
I'm not sure that's why I wanted to talk to her.
The investigation continued on for the rest of the week. The mounting evidence police collected was far from reassuring. None of it, however, led them to Taylor. Growing desperate, police decided to try talking to Brianna a different way. Since Brianna's father, Wayne, had been cooperative so far, detectives asked them to make a controlled call to Brianna to see if he could learn anything. It didn't go well.
Yeah, I've been thinking, and I was wondering, is there anything you can do? Anything you remember? That anybody look wrong or anything? You know somebody that might have?
Everything I know.
They know everything with your phone?
I mean, even other than that, but they know everything I know.
Okay. What's in your phone? Sometimes, like, what would help us?
I don't have anything extra.
Like,
They
what,
literally have everything.
like, what we need to find? So I'm saying, if you tell me that, I can call them. See what I'm saying? I still got to take the number down, take the K number. I can call him and tell him what to look for in your phone.
But how am I supposed to know what to look for on my phone?
Yeah, but I thought.
Man, I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Y'all keep calling me and asking me the same questions over and over again. Like, trust me.
Brianna's annoyance raises a host of red flags. What she did next, though, stood out the most.
You said everything's in your phone, but what else can it do to phone?
Look, I don't know.
Yeah, but hung up on me. I can't believe she hung up on me.
Police had better luck when they recruited two of Brianna's closest friends, Chelsea and Dorielle, to also try and make a controlled call.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay.
You just been resting today?
Yeah, I'm going to well. Go by the water.
Chief said anything to you today?
No. He called and asked if I needed something from the commissary, but that was it.
You ain't talked to your dad in the today?
No. Yeah? No.
Did he go back?
Yeah.
Is your mama gonna come, Diamond?
I have no clue.
You're so quiet. You miss us already?
No.
You don't miss us?
I messed up, bro.
Just because you're mad. Lord, I'm gonna touch it down, man.
Anything been on your mind today? You had anything on your mind today?
No.
With Taylor's disappearance so fresh in everyone's minds, there had to be a reason that the case wasn't weighing on Brianna. As was becoming typical, she didn't seem inclined to share what that reason was.
Like, ain't no, like, coverage on Taylor no more. Like, everything that kind of, like, died down. Like, we, like, super kind of nervous that they just count them in the, like people didn't forgot. Like, basically, they just, like, they moving on in the world. And
what? They just gonna forget her?
We need you to say something because, like, that's the only thing I feel like that'll bring, like, some light back to her story. Some.
Well, we really just want to know just what's going on. We still, like, you know, we're going to be there for you. But we want to be there so we want to know what's going on for that closure.
I don't even know what's going on.
You ain't heard nothing?
No, like nobody talks to me. Like the only time somebody call for me is like, oh, what y'all doing? I'm doing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure my chief is doing it to make sure I didn't off myself because he calls like very randomly. People come knocking on the door like, oh, you're not who I'm looking for. Bro, you know what room this is. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Especially you're the CDO too. Like you're the the duty person.
Yeah.
I know why you're here. Don't act like you just popped up here.
Time would soon reveal that the Navy command had been more on top of things than anyone could have imagined. Brianna's co-workers weren't the only ones who'd been attempting to check up on her.
Did your mama come down there? Because she had told us that, well, she had told your daddy that she was coming down there yesterday.
She been coming since Wednesday.
I was about to say she's been coming there since the day that it happened.
Like she just
I've given up on her. Like I don't know what the hell going on with my mom.
I think you might need to ask her, like, why y'all's story is different. Like, why you saying that if she, she really was here?
Mm-hmm.
What that's about? You need to ask her that.
Good, you think I'm gonna get her true after all this?
I don't know, but you don't want to at least want to know why she's saying that?
Like, what is her reason?
I mean, I do, but do y'all really believe she's gonna tell the truth? She hasn't told the truth yet.
I don't know what her reasoning is for this, to keep the lie going for so long.
I mean, it's too late now. She can't backtrack.
Chelsea and Dorielle then asked Brianna about the possibility of there being evidence in the apartment she left when she moved to the house on Ivy Street.
Do you think it's something maybe in the old apartment that they'll find that'll help? Like,
no.
Because
if they did, they would have found it. Remember, they done closed out both of them. They've been closed out for 3 days, 4 days, almost a week.
Police had, in fact, found shocking evidence in Brianna's apartment, specifically the bedroom closet. Brianna had to have guessed what they'd found, but still chose to remain silent on the matter.
So, Brianna, you hadn't thought about, like, her just being out there by herself? You know she's scared of everything. Like, that, you don't think about that?
Girl, I don't want to think about that right now.
I mean, well, I've been thinking about it.
Okay, then don't think about that.
It's cold. That's kind of why I think I can't sleep knowing that it's, and you know how innocent she was. Like, she really cling to the people she know. I think that's why it's eating me up so much.
Hauntingly, Brianna's only response was silence.
If he think it's a good idea, would you be okay talking to detectives again?
Yes.
Yes. The same ones, or you want some new ones?
Oh, hell no, not that lady.
Okay, bruh, that's what I was gonna ask you, man.
I'm talking to that lady.
Based on Brianna's lack of cooperation and some other concerning evidence that would be addressed soon, police decided to place her under round-the-clock surveillance. It didn't take long for this to pay off. Early on November 11th, just 5 days after Taylor went missing, Brianna was seen donating some of Taylor's belongings. This included stuffed animals, clothes, and even some unopened packages of toys. Around the same time, the efforts of all the officers digging through countless heaps of trash finally paid off. They stumbled upon a box addressed to Brianna, along with certificates from the Navy with her name on them. This wasn't what they were most interested in, however. Also in the trash were several notes from the daycare center on the Navy base, requesting a change of clothes and a toothbrush for Taylor. In the trash, police also found several art projects, which police assumed had been made by Taylor. One of the projects was a handmade card from Taylor to her mother. Why Brianna didn't want these items, especially when her daughter was missing, was a mystery. There was also still the issue of what was discovered in the closet in Brianna's apartment. To say it was disturbing would be a massive understatement. One of the first things investigators noticed was a foul odor emanating from the space. It was impossible to say if this was a result of more feces found inside or the mysterious stains covering the walls and carpets. It seems a minor effort had been made to control the smell by sprinkling baking soda on the rug. Police took multiple DNA swabs from the inside of the closet, collecting samples from the walls, floors, and each stain. It would take time to receive DNA results, so they also conducted a field test to determine if any of the stains were human blood. Dismayingly, while the swabs didn't immediately indicate blood, many of the stains on the walls reacted when sprayed with luminol. Fearing the worst, police opted to have a cadaver dog brought to the apartment. However, the smell of feces and trash was so overwhelming that the dog was unable to effectively alert. Police resorted to ripping out the carpet from the closet and taking it outside. In the fresh air, the dog was much more effective and alerted on the carpet right away, indicating that at least some of the stains came from human remains. This wasn't the only area that got a response. When cadaver dogs were brought to Brianna's car, they alerted in no less than 3 areas: the driver's seat, the rear seats, and trunk. When police took a closer look at the trunk of the car, they noticed that there was an unknown whitish residue on the interior. They also found a broken fingernail and an air freshener jammed into the trunk lid, which likely came from the package found in the Ivy Street house. The vehicle had a pervasive scent of cleaning chemicals. Despite the car wash, they also located some reddish dirt on the underside of the vehicle that matched the soil on the dirt road in Alabama. There was now no way to deny it. This was no longer a missing persons case, but rather an investigation into a death. Brianna's mother had feared this outcome all along.
I want your honest opinion on what you think is wrong.
Okay. To be honest, I think she died, flipped the switch.
What went wrong to make her flip the switch? She have a problem?
I never witnessed it.
Are you aware of it though? Whether you witnessed it or not?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of it? Of her having a problem, even though you're saying you haven't witnessed it, are you aware that she has one? What makes you think she flipped the switch?
So I would say just speaking with her dad. He just told me. He just said, she gets angry at like the simple things. He just asked her to tell his girlfriend thank you, and she got so mad that she just blocked him on all social media and completely stopped talking.
Police planned to place Brianna under arrest on November 12th, following a final gruesome discovery. The charges she faced at this time were child neglect and providing false information to law enforcement officials. Her chief was sent to pick her up on base and bring her to the police station for booking. However, no matter what he may have expected, what happens next is so shocking, it must have shaken him to the core.
I hate watching bad news, stuff like that on the news, and I hate going back and forth with it, with everything's going on. But now they're saying that you're a person of interest now. Yeah. I mean, oh, shit. Open the door. Oh shit, you all right? Should I have some napkins or something? You okay? Yeah, take that.
Man, Marcus, man, you missed a lot, but what's in the dark come to light. So you just in time. You just in time for her to meet her consequences for her poor choices and decisions, yo. Starting with the intentions on why she had that baby. Because you don't do what she did to a baby and you wanted to be a mother. You see, these modern women, they're out here effing and sucking, you know what I mean? Whoever, and then they having these babies acting dumb as if they should have, that like a dude is required to be responsible for their coochie. They out here acting dumb. And then they having these babies knowing damn well they consented for raw D not to have a baby. The baby was the after effect. And because they get incentivized to have the baby, they think, okay, I'll just keep it. But they forget that it's a tough, the being a mother is tough. Yes, she did, Cara. Yes, she did.
I don't know why they were saying that. Let's take a second.
She's sick. Her nerves bad now. She's sick because she know what she did. She know what she did. Shit's sad, yo. Definitely sad.
It was quickly becoming obvious that something was wrong with Brianna, but the chief could not have possibly predicted how dire the situation was about to become.
I don't know why.
Was she about to make herself hyperventilate? That shit's sad, yo. Going down, face your punishment. Going there, they cannot be wrong, yo. This is what happened. Look how they get when they are faced with being held accountable. You look how she's about to hallucinate, hyperventilate, all that shit in one, bro. She about to make herself die. She about to delete herself, yo. All because she did wrong. Ma'am, go face your consequences. It's okay. It's okay. Go face you did it. Now pay for it, yo. If the man do something, the man got to pay for it. You know what I mean? The man held accountable. You know what I mean? Y'all both laid down to have unprotected sex. You know what I mean? And y'all both consented for unprotected sex. And if you get pregnant, he automatically held accountable, whether he won the baby or not. This what happened when they are held accountable, guys. Just peep game, yo. I'll play a little bit in the beginning, from the beginning, for those of y'all that just came in.
I don't know how exactly they would say something like that. You need to go back to your room and lay down and everything. Say, hey, you gotta say something. Say something. You need to go to medical. Well, are you okay?
All right, where we at? Five. It's what's that? 54. For those of y'all that just stepped in, hold on.
Desperate Brianna.
Wait, you need to go to medical. Want me to take you? You want me to take him medical? Oh shit. Oh shit. No.
The footage you just saw was taken at the exact moment this woman realized that the police finally knew what happened to her missing 5-year-old daughter. Her life is about to change forever. The co-worker riding in the car with her had no way of knowing just how desperate Brianna had become, and what she did next would likely change his life as well.
All right, y'all.
The majority of the following footage has never been seen before.
All right, so y'all all
It
caught
was
up.
only so long the chief could wait for a coherent answer before he decided he needed to take action. And it wasn't a moment too soon, because what was coming would likely stay with him for the rest of his career, if not his life.
Sorry.
Guys, on the low, guys, can we all hit the like button, guys? Can we get the likes to at least 500, guys? Come on, guys.
Take it to the ER. All right. Oh, shit. No. Williams, talk to me, Williams, talk to me.
Guys, the like button is in the top right portion of your screen. It's 3 dots. Just click in the 3 dots and hit the like button. Thank y'all.
Just minutes later, as the pair were en route to the hospital, the worst happened.
Faint pulse. Oh shit. No. Oh my God. Run it. Oh. No, you're not gonna go. No. Fuck. Come on. You ain't going on me like that. Come on. Stop.
The chief arrived at the Navy base emergency room just moments after Brianna's massive seizure, and she was still deemed to be in critical condition. There was only so much the doctors could do without knowing what was wrong with her. Brianna slipped into a coma and was placed on life support. Her condition was determined to be unstable. While Brianna's fate was up in the air, elsewhere, other questions pertaining to the investigation were finally being answered. Police finished downloading the GPS data from Brianna's car. It confirmed what they suspected based on her phone records, showing that she had made 3 back-and-forth trips to the Linden, Alabama area between October 31st and the very early hours of November 3rd. Police retrieved video of Brianna getting gas along the route she took, though it was impossible to tell if Taylor was in the car with her due to the vehicle's tinted windows. They also found evidence that Brianna had stopped at a car wash on November 4th. Security footage from the business didn't show anyone else in the car with her. Most significantly, the GPS proved that Brianna's mother, Carissa, had been telling the truth. The GPS showed that while Brianna had gotten close to her mother's residence, she had not driven there. It also showed that on her final trip to Alabama, she'd spent almost 20 minutes on an out-of-the-way dirt road and wasn't far from the cemetery where Brianna's grandmother was buried. Obviously, police wanted to know why and assembled a search team consisting of police, medical professionals, and dogs to go and search just outside Linden, Alabama for themselves. The area was divided into quadrants to be excavated and sifted through, While a cadaver dog searched the area, it didn't take long for the investigators to uncover some tragic results. Partially buried in a shallow grave, police found a trash bag wrapped in a shower curtain, containing a children's t-shirt covered in decomposition stains. But it was about to get worse. Just yards away, the first bones and bone fragments were found. Most of the skull was found a short distance away, along with a clump of human hair that might have been Taylor's. The remains had been scattered and seriously damaged by animal activity. As a result, police were only able to recover a small portion of what they suspected to be Taylor's body. However, they would have to wait on DNA testing to prove it, since the remains were almost completely skeletal. Police were pretty sure about how the body came to be in Alabama, but the only person who could confirm their theory was Brianna, and she remained in critical condition. A search of Brianna's quarters on the Navy base led investigators to believe that Brianna had ingested laundry detergent. Once they knew what they were treating her for, doctors were able to more effectively intervene and saved Brianna's life. Once she was discharged from the hospital, she was brought back to the police station and given one more chance to tell her side of the story.
Do you drink coffee or anything?
What a coward, yo. What a coward, yo. What a coward. Just like all of you reporting this. All of you reporting this, God gonna see y'all, yo. God gonna see y'all. And I bet you it's a lot of y'all that's fitting to get all dressed up and go sit y'all stupid ass on them wooden seats in that church Sunday too. But y'all got all that scripture in your mouth, but all that hate in your heart and all that lie in y'all. We're gonna report the channel. We're gonna report the channel. You can't report the channel. You can't. You can't. All you doing is making it jank in the algorithms. That's all you doing, dummies. YouTube love the controversy. Everything is cleared. Everything is blurred out. Everything is blurred out. It's edited. That's what you call editing. So continue to push the video. It's free promotion. Dummy, goddamn.
Coffee? Soda? Water? Nothing? Okay.
Just like before, Brianna quickly made herself as comfortable as possible and appeared to try to go to sleep. This time, though, she only had to wait about 20
They acting like this they daughter. This y'all daughter? This y'all daughter, right? Y'all raised this. Y'all raised this terrorist, right? Y'all raised her. Y'all raised her. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Look at them. They all mad. The flying roaches. Then it came out. I'm reporting this. But you won't report her. You wouldn't tell on her if you knew that the baby was in the closet, right? If you knew the baby was in the closet, you wouldn't tell on her, right? Disgusting. Disgusting, yo. Disgusting.
20 minutes before detectives came in to talk with her.
Yeah. Good morning. I need to sit up and I'm going to go over some paperwork again, okay? Then I'm going to go over the rest of your rights with you, okay? And I want you to just acknowledge that you understand. You do not have to make a statement.
You know, some of them reporting the channel because of the hat, y'all. I ain't gonna stop it no more. But some of them reporting the channel because of the hat, and they like he a bold. That the hat is what giving me away. The hat. If I was up here sucking and jiving, you know what I mean? They'd be laughing and oh, he cute. But the hat is the automatic giveaway. They already know I stand on principles. I stand on structure. It's up. It's up. They know. Thank you, baby. Baby, you're welcome. Come. Cause they be in here playing me, trying to report the channel, trying to report my stuff and all. Say hi to everybody. You ain't say hi a minute. You ain't see.
Hi, everybody. What they trying to report you for?
Cause she wanna hide her baby in the closet, and they don't want me to show the good breads. This is what women be doing. This is what the hell of a mothers be doing.
And this ain't even the worst of it.
They want to lie. They like to lie, yo. Why do they like to lie?
Well, eat them shrimp. Ain't no crab legs. Eat them shrimp, though.
All right. Yo, God damn it, yo. Y'all play all day. These people play all day. But y'all know who y'all playing with?
They never say anything. You understand that? I'm going to need a yes or no, okay? Is that a yes? Okay.
The detectives advised Brianna of the rest of her rights once again.
Hey, Brianna, did the nurse assist you with your throat issue that you were telling me about at the hospital?
A little bit. Does it feel better today? Not complete. Are you normally just quiet all the time, just real low key, don't do a lot of talking? I am too. I'm kind of shy. Can you tell? Can you tell?
Salute and much love. Much love. CT, what's going on? I mean, I don't want to botch the name up, yo. So CT, thank you for the 199. Normally came for the vid, sub for that hat. Thank you, bro. I like that. I like that, yo. I'm gonna borrow that. I'm gonna borrow that. Y'all know, no doubt. Yo, we normally play something for when you spend your money here. We normally play something. So since you like the hat, I'm gonna play something on me until you get used to the lineup here over here at the channel. So I'm gonna play one on me on the house. All right.
Under 25 can't cook, can't clean. They don't want to work nothing. Niggas that's 31 and over get in relationships with them and wonder why shit ain't working. That's because all young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge their phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never off.
First, we need to have a good conversation. So I'm gonna need you to sit up from that thing over there and stop leaning on that wall and talk to me, okay? Look at me when I'm talking. We've had an investigation going on for a while. Our investigation has led us to some things in Alabama, okay? And what we need to do today with you is we need to talk about what's going on out there. Now, where in Alabama are you from? Are you from Alabama? Is that a yes? You got to say yes or no to me, okay? I can't have head dialogues and we can't have misunderstanding. Are you from Alabama?
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk? Okay. You're tired? You don't want to talk? So you don't want to talk to the police at all? Okay.
With that anticlimactic end to the interview, Brianna followed her pattern of behavior throughout the case and went back to sleep. Ultimately, police didn't need Brianna's cooperation in order to answer their remaining questions. 4 days after this failed attempt to speak with Brianna, on November 25th, DNA testing proved the remains found in the Alabama woods belonged to Taylor. As a result, Brianna was now facing charges of murder. Due to the poor condition of the remains and the fact that the searchers were only able to recover about 10% of Taylor's skeleton, it was impossible to determine a cause of death. However, analysis of her tooth enamel and skull showed evidence of serious malnutrition. They also couldn't provide an exact time of death and were only able to say that the little girl had passed anywhere from several weeks to several months ago, between May and November 2019. Given that the rate of decomposition is dependent on the size of the human and environmental factors, decomposition can start as early as 24 hours after death or as late as 72 hours after death.
I ain't messing with you, Gina. That shit, she been asleep since she did it, right? That took a lot out of her. It took a lot out of her. Y'all ain't, yo, YAS. Y'all ain't right, yo. Y'all ain't shit.
You hitting from the back, beating my shit in. I asked you why it feel like that. You said feel like what? I tell you meat to meat. You said you took the rubber off. So I'm throwing it back even harder. You tell me you got the nut, so I'm throwing it back even harder. You got the one hand on the neck, one thumb in ass, hitting my shit, beating it the fuck in. Now you nut. You leave the money on the dresser for a plan B. 2 days later, you calling my phone asking me, did I take what? I left the money on the dresser for the plan what?
Young ladies, man, y'all having these babies for all the wrong reasons. And then once the baby is here, y'all trying to get back to your program, but you can't get back. Ain't no such thing as getting back to your program. And you can't just delete the baby. And fellas, I hope y'all see these women will sacrifice that baby. So all I'm telling you is if you got to wash your hands and be done and sacrifice that relationship, because it costs you your peace. If it costs you your peace, is too expensive. Remember, if it costs you your piece, it's way too expensive. So if you got to cut ties and let her and her child, let her, because you did my child, let it be her child, let it be her child. Do the Abraham. We watched the Abraham sacrifice where he was going to sacrifice his son. And if he could do it, you could do it too. Because they will do it. They will do it. They will do it. You see it. You see it live and in living color.
In conditions where the body isn't exposed to the sun and is in a climate-controlled environment, it would take at least 4 weeks for the body to begin to skeletonize. In this particular case, Taylor was a small, malnourished child and covered with a plastic shower curtain. This would slow down the rate of decomposition by locking in moisture and protecting the remains from bugs and direct sunlight. The issue of knowing the rate of decomposition in this case is the variable of animal activity, which could expose the remains to the elements at different rates. If her remains had no indication of animal activity, were wrapped in plastic and placed in the shallow grave shortly after time of death, it could take over 30 days to begin to see skeletonization. It's a very real possibility that the little girl starved to death, locked in a closet by her mother and left to waste away in filth. The reason for the stains on the closet walls would remain a mystery, though, without a determined cause of death. In September 2022, Brianna pled guilty to second-degree murder. Though her attorney repeatedly requested she face a reduced sentence due to her exemplary military record, she was sentenced to life in prison. Though her incarceration will do nothing to bring her daughter back, at least justice for the innocent little girl was served.
Man, yo, man, it was a talk about a cookout. It was a cookout today. We did a lot of learning today. Again, y'all, strap up. Strap up. You know what I mean? Strap up. None of these females running around here worthy of you giving them raw D, bro. All right? None of them, guys. And if you gotta have sex with them with a condom, then I let you know you shouldn't be paying nothing. It's D and E. D and P evens out. Any other thing, you playing less pretend. You playing less pretend. So all that simping y'all doing, all that coming out of y'all pocket, leading with y'all wallet, no. If I'm attracted to you and you attracted to me, then we gonna split right down the middle. We gonna go Dutch. We gonna bring Dutch back, right? And then if we agree to have sex, it's gonna be with the condom, and that's gonna be that. Cause D and P evens out, guys. I don't know who taught you that P is more precious than D. Like, no. Do work on yourself. If you work on yourself, then you won't be feeling like, no, P always calls. P is not better than D. P is not more valuable than your D, bro. They don't even know that it's theirs. They leave it to you. They leave it in your hands, bro. They don't believe that they have a P. They don't believe it's theirs. They don't think the coochie is theirs. They think it's us. They think it's ours. They leave us responsible for it, guys. These nasty bitches. They some nasty bitches. Because anytime you get in a conversation about unprotected sex, these women know damn well when they lay down, they did not want to come up with a baby. And they know when they lay down what happened when you do not require when you do not require the nigga to wear a condom. Then on top of them not requiring the nigga they lay down with to wear a condom, they do nothing for the birth control themselves, guys. Sacrifice them niggas. Sacrifice them niggas, man. Don't try to be the dad that your father could not be. It's a reason why your father could not be that dude. All right, you just don't want to hear his side of the story, or you haven't heard his side of the story. Do not try to be the dad your father wasn't, because you gonna be a slave. All right, a good little slave. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A good little slave. And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Like babies. You know, y'all gotta learn the difference between brutally honest, and bash. Cause y'all be saying that I be bashing when I'm brutally honest. When a baby speak, right? When a baby call you ugly, black, fat, are they bashing you? Or they're just being brutally honest? Exactly, y'all. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, y'all. See y'all later, yo. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me get some shout outs, man. Cause y'all was jinking in here today, man. I'm not gonna read all these goddamn comments though. I'm not gonna, no way, no how. Babes came through, dropped off some shrimp, some script. That's all, guys. I just want all of y'all to get that love, to find that one, to make yourself so great by following the word of God. When you follow the word of God, you'll have females bring you shrimp on a plate while you talking shit to your friends and your homies, you know what I mean? You'll have women really love you, like, and you ain't gotta pay. It's not no transactional joint. When you put God first, guys, I am not lying to y'all. I just showed y'all some shit in real life just now. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen the glow in real life. I got some, look, fresh shrimp, hot. These shit's hot as a motherfucker, boy. And I ain't do nothing. I've been in here telling y'all the truth. She was fitting to tell y'all the truth, guys. I'm different, y'all. They never seen nothing like me. It's nothing like me. I'm different. I'm not the smartest, not the most articulate. I'm just the realest. Sure. Guys, I'm getting out of here, man. I love y'all, man. I ain't reading them comments, man. Get out. I'm out. We ain't doing that.
I think it's black men. I'm gonna say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I am probably sure it's more, but at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you. That's your real climate, brother. See, I'm not telling you something that you ain't already felt. I'm telling you something that you know. I think it's more too. I truly think it's more too. I think it's more too. And I'm tired of being the one that's not talking about it. I've said this. This is one of the main reasons I don't have a lot of black female friends. I really don't, y'all. I don't. I couldn't imagine what it would be like as a black man. It's an abundance of you that think that all men are dogs, but we all know it means black men. Undertone of all relationship conversations is black men ain't shit. Why these black men ain't doing this? I can't bond with y'all, sis. I cannot bond with y'all when you have a general dislike and vitriol and hatred for our male counterpart. Do you not understand how goddamn psychotic that is?
I wouldn't finna have no baby with no black woman because she wouldn't allow you to have a loving, full relationship with your son. I've seen grown men weep and cry. I'm talking about gangster bad niggas, cause man, they just can't see, because she got so much control over the baby. I watch niggas give up on life, homie. I watch niggas put their head down in shame and walk away from the baby because she got too much control. It breaks a man's spirit and soul. Your son or your daughter looking at you and mama got all to say and you supposed to be daddy, then you can't be the hero. Because mama play the villain and you can't come save your child from that villain. How you gonna be that hero? I kick this goddamn door in to get my baby. Bitch, I'm gonna be a hero.
That's why I started this fucking podcast for real. Cause I don't want women to fucking listen to these men. They're not giving us good advice, yo. Listen, they've been fooling us for years. No, look. I'm sorry to fucking burst your bubble, but all the shit men have been saying they've been trying to fool us for years. Because they don't want us to know the fucking truth.
What's the truth though?
The truth is we don't fucking need that for shit.
Bro, you're lying piece of shit.
We're doing good by ourselves. We don't fucking need them for nothing. I'm just saying they're just the slaves. I'm sorry you're a man. That's what they are. They're just douche. We don't need you for nothing. Go to war and come back 5 years later. We don't fucking need you. We've been on our own doing fine.
If it was women,
we don't fucking need you.
Probably a lot more war.
No, the fuck it wouldn't.
How I got pregnant again. You be with them. As soon as you meet a nigga that you think got some money, you will give him raw. Love raw. They do not like committing to nowadays early on. They don't like the responsibility of babies with that they have no plans on marrying. don't like having children when they don't have themselves together financially. So girl, nothing is happening to you that you're not doing to yourself. Stop sitting up here saying you don't understand how life got this hard. It got this way through raw too much. Love raw, but they don't like babies like that. It needs to click. It's not the Lord. And your mama gonna sit there a lot ass again. I'ma help, I'ma this, I'ma that. And as soon as you try to drop them kids off to go out and be a thought again or a city girl or be outside or hell, you might be trying to straighten up and go to school now. She ain't finna be with all the time.